Mabuza was Premier of Mpumalanga between 2009 and 2018. That was before ultimately taking up the role of Deputy President. For more on his role in politics, let's speak to former Mpumalanga Premier and the current Chair of the National Council of Provinces, that's Refilwe Mtsweni-Tsipane. Chair, thanks very much indeed for your time and welcome to the SABC News Channel. So much has been said about David Mabuza's role in Mpumalanga in essentially steering the ship of the ANC in the province where you once led. Help us take stock of the kind of man that you reckon he was in that province.
No, thank you very much, Ayanda, for having me, and good morning to the listeners at home. Indeed, we have lost a hero in Mpumalanga, the former Deputy President of the African National Congress and as well as the former Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa. And we want to join in many in South Africa that are passing their condolences to the family of Mabuza, as well as his wife, his children, and the entire community of Mpumalanga and South Africa at large. And we wish God can give them strength so that they can mourn the loss of this gentle giant that we have lost. As you have indicated earlier on, indeed, the Deputy President, he was a teacher by profession, and it was during this time when he joined the struggle, and he was part of the liberation movement through the underground activities that mobilized young people and teachers to join the ranks of the struggle for democracy and freedom in South Africa. Now, during this period, whilst he was an educator, he played quite a critical role in terms of mass political education and political mobilization to students, activists, in order to understand the resistance of political and economic system of racial oppression that ensured white minority rule through the system of white supremacy, popularly known as the apartheid colonialism. So Mabuza has led in the Teachers Union, SATU, which informed his passion for education, youth development, and the welfare of ordinary people, especially in the rural areas. Now, him being the former Premier of Mpumalanga, he has left a legacy for the people of Mpumalanga, as he is affectionately known as Ubutsi in Mpumalanga. So that on its own speaks volumes of the caliber of the leader we are talking about today. He had the ability to mobilize masses of the society, very passionate and dedicated in the development of the livelihood of people of Mpumalanga through government initiatives whilst he was deployed there, starting from him being the MEC member right up to his tenure as the Premier, and as well as he continued to contribute immensely towards the development of the people of Mpumalanga, particularly the poor, even if when he was a Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa. And I must say, Mpumalanga has lost. They have lost a father, we have lost a brother, we have lost a friend, and things will no longer be the same in Mpumalanga.
Yeah, and Premier, Chair, I beg your pardon, I wonder if you can speak to us about the type of leader that you reckon he was when nobody was watching. And I'm only asking this because I know you've had a close working relationship with him at some stage of your own political journey. David Mabuza, in the public eye was seen as being a bit elusive. It's not a man of many words. But who was he when the cameras were off and the doors were closed?
Well, David Mabuza, I must say, as I have said, he's a man who was cherished and loved by many in Mpumalanga, precisely because of his charismatic personality, that raw many people closer to him, because he came across as someone who was very much passionate about the development of ordinary people, and in particular, more so the youth as well as the elderly. So he would dedicate most of his time during the day, even late in the evening, touching base with the ordinary masses of Mpumalanga, just to ensure that they are well, they are well taken care of. If there are any challenges, he would not sleep without trying to resolve whatever challenges that might be there, be it politically or governmentally. So he is a man that we must say we enjoyed working with him. We have learned a lot from his leadership style, given the experience that he has had over time through the democratic dispensation when he took office in various roles and responsibilities in government. That's where he developed his skills, which he was ably which he ably imparted to some of us as members of the cabinet serving under him. And I must say, it has always been a pleasure to serve under him. He was very strict and very much dedicated to the work that he was doing. He was someone who would not take, who would not let things lie low without being attended. So most of the time, basically, I would say that he enjoyed the work that he was doing, and he really held everyone accountable for the work that was given to us, so that we do the work much more diligently so that we can improve the lives of the people. So that is the kind of a person that we know him to be. And of course, there are other initiatives that were not government related, which were aimed at developing and improving the lives of the people in a form of his foundation, the David Mabuza Foundation, where we saw many of young children going through university studies through his initiative and through his assistance. He has assisted quite a number of children to develop their academic skills. And we've also seen him intervening in the elderlies through the building of the houses. And I must say, those houses were not just ordinary houses that he was building, working with soliciting assistance from private companies. So those are some of the other things that he would do. Of course, not only that, but also taking through impoverished families within the communities by making sure that there are food parcels that are distributed to them over and above the government programs that were there. So he would further take the initiative personally to advance the development agenda within the province of Mpumalanga insofar as the development of the people is concerned. And I must say, Mpumalanga has lost a leader, a passionate and affectionate leader that has seen many of the people of Mpumalanga developing and growing to greater heights. And I'm sure many would bear testimony of what I am saying. He has touched many lives in making sure that he transforms their livelihoods.
Refilwe Mtsweni-Tsipane is the chairperson of the National Council of Provinces. For now, thanks very much indeed.